Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a channeler and I'm here to give a daily dose of hope. Daily dose of hope, day 67. My guides guided me to come on and to give a daily dose of hope because the energies on this planet are starting to get wackier and wackier. And so that's what I'm doing. So today I'd like to just talk about. So I'm working on this channeling course, and I finally finished the written part, and now I'm doing the, I guess, book on tape kind of thing. I'm reading it out and recording it, and putting some nice sounds in the background. So that's coming along, and it's taking longer than I thought, as everything does. Um, and then I just finished the last part, and I was talking about how I vocal channel. And the reason I'm putting my hand up like this is because what I do a lot of the times when I'm not channeling for people, I tend to like to walk. And I'll walk and then I'll put my phone up to I'll turn on my voice recorder on my phone and then I'll just start walking around and I'll start channeling. And well, since I live in Japan, I imagine most people don't understand what I'm saying. Some people might, but I don't have a really loud voice either. So they must just think, wow, he really likes to talk on the phone a lot. He's a talkative guy. And yeah. Um, so yeah, and then it just reminded me of that movie, the Doors movie, when Andy Warhol had this phone. And it was a golden phone. And he said, he was saying to Jim Morrison, he said, "I have this phone. I can talk to God, but I don't know what to say. So here, you can have it." And I thought, oh, I've got a lot of things I want to ask. I always wanted that phone. It's like, oh, now I have it. In a sense, I don't really need the phone. That we all have it. And yeah, that's all I had to say for today. Um, Today I went for a nice long walk by this huge river, about an hour away from where I live, this in the countryside. It was beautiful. Even got like a sunburn. It's really like, yeah. And there's this in Japanese, they call it a power spot, but it just means a holy place. Or they call it, I think in the Celtic areas, they call it a thin place, a place where the veil between this world and the others is thin, and it's a power spot. So you can go there and you know get more power, kind of feel more powerful, or whatever it is. I'm not really sure what people do there. I don't know. I guess they just kind of make wishes and hope that they come true. I think that's the idea. And I was at this I was just there not to go to the shrine, but just there was a hike that you have to go to the shrine and then you go past the shrine and that's where the hike starts. But once I got all the way up to the top of the mountain, I'm like, oh, I'm okay with the shrine. I'm going to stop here for today. And it was about to get dark and I didn't want to be like, lost in the mountains at dark. So came back home. Um, but I was going around to the different shrines. They have different shrines. They have different statues around, and just kind of feeling the energy of each. And it was really interesting. It was a really positive place. I there was nothing. It was a really really high energy positive place. So maybe that's what they meant by power spot. Um, and and just as usual, whenever I go to the main shrine, I put my hands out to see if I can feel anything, and there's nothing. But then I go to these like little shrines that you might even miss, and I put my hands out, and all of a sudden the wind starts picking up, and then just like, oh, and I can feel something here. But it was a very gentle energy. It's pretty interesting. So that's all I've got for today. So I'm just going to go into a channeling and see what they have to say on Daily Dose of Hope, Day 67. All right, so here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as sanatkumara, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here to give you the good news. And the good news is that all is well, and it always has been, and it never has not been. Um, all of your experiences here are all for you to have these amazing experiences so that you can grow. And you have come through this planet in many, many different ways. You have been born in many, many different ways. You have had many different experiences. You've played many, many different roles. We could say that you've played almost or all of the roles that are possible to play on this planet. And understand that all of the roles are just roles, in that sense, that this is an experiential place that you needed to experience all of the different possible roles. But understand that you are not the body here. You are not this body having these experiences. You are a soul. You are a soul coming down, stepping down your energy to experience these things. But this is, as you might say, in a sense of virtual reality. It is not a virtual reality. It is by no means that sort of technology, but in that sense that it is it a place for you to experience all of your different emotions, all of the different possible things that that are possible to be experienced here on this planet Earth. You've come to experience all of those things and to learn and to understand and to master this third dimension, to master this whole realm, to understand how everything works, how all of these emotion works, how these ups and downs work, how feeling very, very happy or feeling very, very sad works, and how to get yourself out of these different things, and how there are all these pitfalls that are here. There are all of these traps that you have set for yourself here. And if you look at it from one point of view, it can be seen as a trap. And from another point of view, it can be seen as a wonderful test of your abilities to see if you will be able to perceive this the way that you meant it to be perceived, the way that you planned it to be perceived. And that is one of the things that you're doing on this planet. But yes, we'd like you to know that all is well with your planet, all is well with this movement forward that you are all going through. Understand that everything is moving in the most perfect way possible. And we understand that many people do not want to hear that because they see all of the things that are happening on the surface, all of the things that seem to be upside down and turned upside down and wrong, and they don't make any sense. But what we would say is if you look just a little bit under the surface, you would see that everything is moving in the right way, and that this is part of the experience. This is part of the experience. And for those of you who are already understanding what is happening and are able to look under the hood, look under the surface, then you will find yourself in more and more peace. And that is what is happening. Once you realize what is going on, then you're able to find peace, and you don't have to put any emotional effort into the play that is being presented for all of you, into all of these actors that are playing out these scenes for you on your social media, on your mass media, in your news, all over. And these are scenes that are for you. They are necessary for you because they are presenting storylines that you need to master. And once you understand all of these storylines and understand that there is no need for you to put emotion into these storylines, understanding that you are spirit, you're from source, you are source energy here, you're part of source and you've never left. And so that all of these experiences cannot hurt your soul. Your soul can never be affected by this. All this is an experience. Never, never, never. Don't believe those that say that your soul can be affected because they are in the dark. They do not understand the nature of the soul, the nature of light, and the nature of God. And those who are in the dark cannot see fully. They're in the dark. They need the light to see, but they don't have the light. And so that is what we would say about that. But yes, these all of these experiences are for you. And once you understand that there's no need to put the emotions into each storyline, uh, you can root for the main character. You can root for the love interest, whatever it is that is going on in the movie. You can if you'd like, but there is no need to invest any of your energy into it. What we would suggest is investing your energy into the world the way that you would like to see it, because that is the next step. Once all of this play has ended, once the play has ended, that it is time for you to start creating. And so we would say that you can get a head start by starting to imagine the world that you would like to see. and use that peace that you can see underneath everything you see to create that world that you would like to see. That peace is very, very, very powerful. It is one of the most powerful things on your planet. And this is something that we would say from all of your mass media communications is not, this message is not being presented. The power of peace, the power of being aligned with yourself, the power of connecting with your source energy, the power of being in this moment. These are the most powerful things. These third dimensional rules and laws do not apply to the moment. The moment is all there is in that sense, because it is the only thing that is real within this third dimension. And even that is just a part of this third dimension. You are just connecting with yourself. So when you are in that moment, you are connecting with your higher self, connecting with who you are. And so you're bringing down that energy. And that energy is more powerful than anything that you see out here on your planet, any more powerful than all of the chaos and all of the violence and all of the wars and all of the fighting and all of the polarity. These things are just on the surface. They are like waves on the ocean. Underneath the waves, the ocean is completely and utterly peaceful. Understand that this is what is really happening. And we would suggest for all of you, if you are ready, some of you might not be ready, and that is fine as well. This is not a race by any means. What this is a chance for all of you to see the stories and then to take a step back and not put yourself into those stories. And so that's all that is happening. You are being given this chance to do that. And if you have already taken out your emotions from those stories, then this is a time to relax, a time to gather your energy and prepare, and a time to imagine the world that you would like to see. But if you are connected, if you are caught up in all of these stories, we understand what you are going through, and all of you have gone through this. What we would say to all of you is that these stories are being played out for you. They are movies, you might say, that are being played out for all of you so that you can go through these emotions. You can go through these ups and downs of emotions in order to understand those emotions. And then finally, to let them go and understand that the story was just a story. It is just a playing out of many, many different stories that you need to transmute. And that is what you are all doing. You are watching these movies in order to forgive, in order to let go, in order to let go of the movie and say, I understand that this movie is playing out, but I let it go. I let it be what it is, what it needs to be, and I need to be who I am. But I am the peace and I am the love, and that is what I see in everything I see. And that is when you start to change the story, and then you start to create, and you start to see the peace that is underneath everything and the love that is underneath everything, because everything is made of light. Sometimes it's just a little bit in the dark, but it is truly made of light. It is hiding from the dark, hiding from the light. But that is all. That is all, and that is all. We are Sanat Kumara, and we're very happy to have been able to share this time with all of you. Oh, all right. Hey, Karine. Hello, hello. So, all right. So, Sanat Kumara, and yeah. So, thank you guys for watching, for listening, and I hope you guys are having a good time, a good changing of the season time. I know I am. I'm enjoying these nice warmer days. And yeah, so I hope you guys are hopeful. And Karine, thanks for joining in. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow if all works well. Oh, hey, Akafe.